Hey everyone. I'm just once again laughing at the hysterics of the animal that's always putting a show on for me. I wish I could flip the camera and show you guys. I'm sure you can hear him. It's like he knows as soon as I turn the video on, he goes, he gets a toy, he starts squeaking, trying to get all of my attention. It's hysterical. Wanted to come through with a little bit of a message today around the human missing, the human element of absence, or the idea of absence, or the feeling of absence and missing, and that whole piece. Because this is a big month for me personally. This is a month where I lost both my mom and grandma within a couple weeks of each other several years ago, and recently my grandfather's joined them on the other side. And you know, there is a complete acceptance here around transition, death, whatever you want to call it. You know, there's nothing from a deeper understanding perspective about that. There's no fear of it. There's no sadness because they're somewhere that I don't find gorgeous and beautiful. But what I'm noticing is it's really important to recognize and honor the human aspect of this equation too, because obviously if you just focus on the spiritual part of the equation, the self, the seat of the soul, whatever you want to call it, the human element or the ego or all the other names that we give this thing feels somehow slighted in the process. So it's really about balancing spiritual awareness. This is more than what we think it is. With the human aspects need to be loved and nurtured and held and supported in all of these things that are going on. Whether we call them grieving or a feeling of loss, a feeling of absence, a feeling of missing, a feeling of aloneness, and in that balance also not getting stuck, right? Not getting stuck in a space of woe with me, or poor me, I'm so sad. What I notice personally here in the story of Kelly is grief is beautiful if we don't hold on to it. Everything's beautiful if we don't hold on to it. All of this is just simply energy passing through. You know, there's a repeated theme in all of the videos that have been done lately, which is it really is just allowing what energy is coming here to pass through. It's the lack of clinging to it or the lack of resistance to it that really creates whether this is suffering or non-suffering. And again, I don't want to oversimplify or overcomplicate the message here. I hop on and I share when things are happening real time, and this is one of them. In the last few weeks, there's been this feeling of loss that keeps trying to come up, and there's a real awareness about it being a story. And there's a real awareness about it not needing to stick around and not needing to be clung to. But there's also a real awareness that there's space for compassion and empathy and being gentle and kind with the human aspect. So I'm going to talk a little bit about how I've been doing that personally and what I can recommend for others who might be going through this. Apology, I have allergies still. So where would be a good place to start? So when I notice the story of loss or absence or missing coming through the human element, I take myself somewhere and I wrap myself in love. I'll take myself to a heated blanket. I love my heated blanket, you guys. I live with this thing all winter long. I'll take myself to an Epsom salt bath. I'll take myself over a friend's house who has a jacuzzi and ask if I can have a little bit of alone time under the stars. I'll take myself to a walk. Nature is always grounding for me. I'll take myself on a drive. I'll do anything but go to the avoidance or the numbing, which is what a lot of folks seem to do. Get busy, call a friend, go do something, push this away, shove it away, go do a project so I don't have to think about it. But what I'm finding personally is the doing about it is actually what allows it to let go. The resistance to it just keeps it lingering in the body and in the experience, and then it just keeps coming up wanting to be met. So I find that it's better to real time say, okay, let's go to a timeout. Let's go to a place that feels sacred and safe and cozy, and let's let this come on up and through. And so I'll give an example. With the mom and the grandma and recently the grandpa thing, I'm not walking around in grief by any means. I'm aware that they're fine. I have regular dialogue with them, which I feel super grateful for. I feel them around me all the time. They make their presence very well known. They're very much part of my human experience. And I'm grateful for that. And I'm aware of that. But I also notice the human part of this story of Kelly has moments of missing or ideas or concepts of missing that want to keep coming up. So when those happen, I just sit down somewhere I feel safe and sacred. Again, maybe it's with the heating blanket and light a few of my favorite candles. And I just, okay, let's let this come through the way it needs to. Is that tears? Are there tears here that want to be felt? Is it just a need to be held? Okay, if it's a need to be held, I don't need someone else to do that. These arms are amazing. These arms can hold this self so perfectly. They can wrap around, they can hold, they can snuggle in. The heart center is an amazing place to hold and just feel that energy that's coming to itself. Just like a swaddled baby, an electric blanket. Some people like to use weighted blankets because they feel held, whatever it is for you. Sometimes I'll get some nice lavender essential oil and I'll spray it on my blanket and I'll just hold this, rocking. I know that might sound a little silly, but it's a beautiful way of allowing the inner child to just feel nurtured and safe. Again, the conditioning says, I'm a grown adult. I shouldn't need anyone to do anything. Why not? Why not? If this needs to come up and out, what are we resisting? What are we pushing away? If it's too hard, an energy of too hard, this is too hard, this is too heavy, I can't face it, I can't be with this right now, take that for a walk. Take that energy for a walk. Don't tune it out. Don't silence it. Don't numb it. Take it. Let the energy buzz through you. Put on music. Let the body move. Take it for a walk. Take it to the gym. Take it for a swim. I just really tune into whatever the energy is and then give it what is needed. And then it comes up and out. If it's a good 3-5 minute cry, that feels beautiful. There's no shame in that. There's no harm in the good tears. There's no harm in the need to allow that to do itself. If it's more of a nervous energy, like I'm mentioning, then that may be an opportunity for movement. If it's more of a depressed feeling, again, depressed is the need for deep rest. Deep rest. Take a little magnesium. I love Calm, by the way. I use that a lot. I'll mix that up at night. And because I fast a lot, my body needs extra magnesium. Anyway, so I'll make my magnesium drink. Maybe some chamomile tea with some honey. And I'll climb into bed a little early and off I go. Deep rest. Perfect. That's what's needed. If it's an avoidance energy, then I may take myself to an Epsom salt bath or a jacuzzi or a red light sauna and just let that come through all the pores. It's pretty amazing how if we just allow what is arising to come up and through, it lets go. It's all the resistance to or the avoidance of that is hurting. It's not what's arising. That energy is not trying to keep us trapped. We're just not willing to let it come up and out, and that's all it wants. So in the story of missing, the human story of missing, the human story of I'm not wanting this, there's opportunity. There's opportunity for beauty to come through that. To open space, to open the heart center. Can you see that? The heart's closed with all of this energy, right? Not just the heart, all of this, the mind, the heart, the gut, the solar plexus, all those energy centers get blocked because this energy of non-movement is stagnant, it's stuck. Not to harm us. Not to harm us at all. It's a gift. And then there's a creation of space naturally opening up as we're honoring what needs to come through for more of that. A deeper love, a deeper connection, a deeper ability to see through the veil to those on the other side who are right here that are apparently being missed. Yeah, so I wanted to share that, in the last year, I've had a lot of movement with my heart and dear ones that I love that seem to be coming and going and coming and going. Energy of a best friend who was next door for almost a year and now that energy's gone, and just this deep missing and absence of that connection. And when I really look at it, I go, what is different? What's lost? Their energy is still here with me. Their love is still here with me. Their memories are still here with me. I still feel connected to them. I still know that they love me and that I'm adored. So what is missed? But a thought that they should be there, right? It's kind of silly. And the same with those who have appeared to have departed out of the physical body. What is missed? Sure, there's that need or desire, that wish that we could hold them again and we could sit with them and speak with them. But guess what? We can. Wrap these beautiful arms around. Have that conversation. Light a candle. Every conversation that's happening is God with God, and you are that. Nothing is missed. Nothing. Not a thing. No thing. So I wanted to come on today and talk about that a little bit. And just let you guys know how much you are loved and appreciated in this apparent separate aspect of a you and a me. I see you. our God self, our Godness. Nothing is missing here. Nothing. You are tremendously held, supported, guided, worthy. Oh, that's a big one. Chosen. You are chosen. You are the one. You're the one I want. You're the one I love. You're the one. You. Look at this. Look in my eyes. You. Do you see a separation here? You. Keep looking. Keep looking. What happens? There's a blend. Two become one, became none. You. Only ever you. I love you. I see you. I adore you. You're the one. You're the only one. Till next time, much love.